Welcome back to another episode in the Tennessee Titans franchise. It's week 14 of our first season, and I just want to give a short shout out to all of you that have been here since the beginning, not only since the beginning of this franchise series, but also since the beginnings in Madden 22, Madden 23, and now Madden 24. Really enjoying my journey here. A lot of subscribers, way more than I ever anticipated, and now that 1,000 does actually seem to be doable in the somewhat foreseeable future. So thank you everybody for helping me along the way. This week we don't have anything to take care of. Actually, we only have the playoff picture. We do have the opportunity to check out players that want to negotiate with us. We will be playing the Miami Dolphins. So this is going to be a special game because the Miami Dolphins was the franchise series on Madden 23. Really loved it to bits. Started out with Tua, then went over to Tagovailoa. This is his younger brother, who's currently playing the quarterback in Maryland. That was great fun. And in the end, it was a fantastic series. We did get to win the Super Bowl quite a few times. I think it was 7 seasons long or something like that. It was really, really great fun doing that. Really enjoyed it. And yeah, if you've got the time, don't know what to watch, then do check that out. It is really a great series, a fun series, if I might say so myself. Something else that I was looking at is we've currently got 52 out of 53 players because we did cut a player last week, and I wanted to check out our practice squad if there's probably a player in there that we could use, that we could drag up into the first team. Maybe that could help us out there. Maybe clear a spot on the practice squad to bring in additional players. I do feel like we have a few interesting prospects in here, but then again, it always comes down to the age, and that is a big question mark. We have a running back in here. This, of course, is Julius Chestnut. This is a player. He's 22 years old. He's out of Sacred Heart. It's also one of the younger running backs currently that are in the league, and I feel like we should sign him. The problem is he doesn't have a face, so we will be fixing that in a second. Right now, just want to add that. It really just adds to the realism of it all if you're not looking at a black silhouette right there. So let's check out the head. His head is head number 51. So let's just go down here. Usually there are similar heads around. So this is 50, this is 52. Actually, I feel like 52 doesn't look too bad. So we're going to be going with this one here. What is this? 53. I think 52 is a good one. So let's go with this one here for Julius Chestnut. And let's bring him into the first team. And that way we're clearing up another spot on the practice squad. And we can then maybe bring in another player here. That could bring some interesting additions to the team. Again, I'm handling the practice squad as if it were sort of a talent pool. I really want to develop players in here and then use them in franchise at some point in time. We've currently got 3 spots open, so I'm just going to be checking out if there are any young players probably in here that we could use. All right, so we fixed everybody's face on the practice squad, so now everybody here has a nice face. One more thing that we need to do. We now have 4 running backs, and I've got special plans for Sam Haskins, who I feel could be of more use on another position. I will be switching him over to free safety, over to fullback, of course. I feel like he did quite well there. I'd rather use a player that I have on the roster already instead of bringing in another player. Julius Chestnut is going to be the 3rd running back here behind Tyjae Spears. Hassan Haskins almost feels a little bit lost when you don't use him a lot. And fullback here at least has his position set, so that is positive. All right, let's just take a quick look at the playoff picture here. If anything has changed, I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that we have suddenly appeared there magically. We are moving towards the 7 season wins that we have tried to target, but we're still all on the way there. I haven't gotten it yet. We did climb to 3rd spot in the AFC South, which is good, but let's see how we get out of this game. against a very solid looking team today. The Dolphins, we are the away team anyways, so let's just check out the team, do weekly strategy, and then dive into the game straight away. Looking at this page, does feel like a homecoming here. Tua Tagovailoa is the quarterback here. Mike White, the backup formerly with the Jets, of course. Skylar Thompson, still here after being drafted in 2022. He's a backup QB, still developmental, but Tua is a very solid quarterback, and actually he's the 10th best here in Madden. I personally have to say I really struggled using him. I tried using him for 2 seasons, I think up to 2024, and then I drafted his younger brother. It was really strange. I couldn't get to grips with his left-handedness. I think that is what threw me off. But yeah, he's a solid QB. I also had him on my Rams franchise on Madden 22. So I like the dude, but just really didn't work out. He stayed on as a mentor for his younger brother, which I thought was a beautiful storyline. This is Devin Geno, is the way I said it all the time, and on TV he's called A-Chain, which sounds way more fun, of course. He's a very good, very fast running back here with a very high speed, very high acceleration, and the agility is fantastic as well. So very, very quick. I used him on the Vikings, of course. He was very, very good there on the Dolphins. I used Bijan Robinson, and that was just fantastic. Boston Scott is the backup running back, as is Myles Gaskin here. And Devin A-Chain, of course, going to be the starter. Alec Ingold is a fullback, very solid fullback. I think is one of the better ones, to be honest. The wide receiving group, this is, of course, something that is very, very scary to play against. When I used the Dolphins, I had a very different setup in the end, but I did start it with Tyreek Hill. I felt like it was going to be great, but to be honest, he was extremely underwhelming for me. I just really couldn't use him, couldn't really get the ball to him. I traded him in the end for Jamar Chase. That worked out way, way better. Maybe it was the size, maybe it was this, I don't really know what it was. But in the end, I had Jalen Waddle on the squad as well, superstar, of course. And Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle was my wide receiver number 1 and number 2 combination, and that was just absolutely fantastic. Cedric Wilson is here, but he's injured. Braxton Berrios is, of course, a slot wide receiver, joining from the Jets. And Eric Izukama was drafted last year in last year's draft. So this is a wide receiver room. I think 2 absolute elite wide receivers, and then 2 very serviceable wide receivers. One that is decent, but he's injured. The tight ends consist of Irv Smith Jr., we've got Foster Moreau, we've got Adam Troutman, and Elijah Higgins. Adam Troutman, I think he was signed out of free agency. Foster Moreau's same thing. I think Foster Moreau is with the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken, or the Saints. He was diagnosed with cancer, then left the league for good, then just really had a very quick heal and came back, which I personally think is beautiful. We are currently looking at a very balanced tight end room. We've got 3 very, very solid tight ends here. Irv Smith, of course, leading the charge here, and Elijah Higgins, as a rookie out of Stanford, is the runner-up learning player, of course. Terran Armstead is the left tackle. He's a superstar, an elite left tackle, of course. Isaiah Wynn behind him, an extremely solid player, to be honest. So this is a very, very good room, actually. Left guard, we've got Justin Pugh, 3374, Liam Eichenberg, and Robert Jones. Liam Eichenberg is consistently underwhelming in Madden. In real life, he's way better, I think. Robert Jones, decent player. Justin Pugh, an absolute head-scratcher, 3374, and this is very, very strange. Center Connor Williams, 2680, he was decent for me. Dan Feeney as a backup, 2967, love that stash and the mullet, Jesus Christ. Robert Hunt on the right guard position, 2779. Lester Colton Sr., 2766, with only 2 years experience, so he joined with at age 25. That's strange. Robert Hunt, I really can't put my finger on it. He does look like a solid player, but each Madden, I try using him and then I drop him again because it just doesn't work out. So it does look to be the same again, but of course he's better than our current running right guard. Yeesh, can't talk anymore. Right tackle, Tom Compton, 3471. Horrible Austin Jackson behind him. I personally used Austin Jackson very quickly in the offensive line. And I personally would be using Austin Jackson quickly ahead of Tom Compton. who is just way older and doesn't really have that much of an upside in comparison to the way younger Austin Jackson. On defense, we are facing stalwart Emmanuel Ogbah, who I later switched over to a D-tackle where he performed absolutely beautifully. Stephen Weatherly is also here. He's 29, same age, but of course ranked below Emmanuel Ogbah, who is a start-of trade, I think. Right edge is Christian Wilkins, 2786. We've got Jalen Twyman here as the back. Christian Wilkins, very good right edge. And at D-tackle, Raekwon Davis. We've got Josiah Bronson and Brandon Pilley, who is a rookie out of USC. Let's just check out Raekwon Davis. He was a very good starter here for me at the D-tackle position. I really liked that front three. It was extremely nasty. He's been with Miami for a lot of years now, and it's just one of those players that will really grow and just plays way better than his overall here would suggest. Left outside linebacker Bradley Chubb was brought in last season. Cameron Goody is a rookie out of the 22 draft. Bradley Chubb here, I think he joined from the from the Bears, if I'm not mistaken. Now from the Denver Broncos, of course, in the 22 season, and he's just another big piece for the defense here at the outside linebacker position. Mid linebacker Jerome Baker, 2681, Jelani Tavai, and Channing Tindall, also a rookie out of the 22 draft. And Jelani Tavai, a very experienced player. He is joining from the 49ers, is that right? Nah, from New England. I'm getting all my players mixed up right now, but there we go. This is an extremely solid mid linebacker positional setup here, of course. Jerome Baker is slightly worse off Jelani Tavai, but there will be a lot of pressure, no space in the middle. And you can see that the players consistently have around an 80 rating on defense, so this just really makes him very dangerous. Jalen Phillips, 2485. He's listed as a linebacker. I used him as an edge rusher in the end, and he was absolutely fantastic. Loved him to bits. Such a great player. Really great throughout the whole franchise series. Jalen Ramsey is the X factor in the quarterback room. CB1, of course, joining from the Los Angeles Rams. He picked up an injury in off-season, but in-game, of course, we are way past his healing deadline, so he will be leading the cornerbacks. We've got Xavier Howard, 30 and 84, a fantastic duo here. Behind him, Kader Kohu, then Cam Smith, the rookie out of South Carolina, and Nick Needham, who's also such a solid cornerback. I can't get over how solid this Dolphins team actually is. Cam Smith used him on I think it was on the Vikings or even on the Dolphins towards the end. Picked him up at a free agency, and he was just really good as well. Very good complementary cornerback and a good piece for the future, especially when Xavier Howard does get older and drops out. Next up, the free safeties, we've got Jevon Holland, 23 and 85. Behind him, Verone McKinley, who we actually didn't use, but Jevon Holland was my starter throughout the entire franchise series. So that was very good. Strong safety, Julian Love, 25 and 80. Brandon Jones behind him, and Deshaun Elliott. Julian Love joins from another team, I believe, and that's the Giants. All right, I had that one correctly in mind. One of the big trades in this offseason. Jason Sanders, the kicker, the punter, Jake Bailey, and I just want to look at the practice squad. Michael Turk, Jake Verdi, Ricky Young, Kedron Smith, Aubrey Miller, Jalen Moore, CJ Riddell, Ryan Hayes, Trill Williams, Bryce Thompson, Alana Uluave, and Tanner Connor. All right. This is a team that is not to be underestimated. They do look probably very good, and they actually are also very good. We really have to dig deep, and I just hope our defense is up for the task to stop them. I'll try to worry about offense, and I agree. We will have to defend the short pass because we've got a mobile QB in Tua, and then we've got also a very good running group, and then we've got a very good wide receiving group and a very solid tight end group actually as well. Mike Gesicki did leave and joined the New England Patriots right there. And I do feel like that was the right thing to do for this player, because again, he was another one of those that I just couldn't get working. As soon as I drafted Michael Mayer in 2023, things really took a sharp turn upwards, and that was just fantastic. So, what are the targets today? Force 3 plus turnovers. Yeah, that could get tricky. That could get very tricky. We're going to try and get an interception. 30 points or less. Alright, 200 offensive yards. And again, I'm going to go for no sacks. Going to try and get the ball away before I get sacked. And I will be deciding on who will start this game, Levis or Willis. No injuries apart from a hip pointer for Chris Moore, so he will be missing. Someone else will have to play slot wide receiver. And we have 3 upgrades. It's not a lot actually. But we get 2 upgrade points for Julius Chestnut, who we just dragged up from the practice squad. And yeah, let's just get him into the scheme fit as quickly as possible. He will get another upgrade point. I'm going to put that into elusive back as well. He will still be a power back archetype, but that actually works for me. It doesn't really bother me too much. Monty Rice, let's get you some upgrades here. 74 now. Mid-70s player. This is not too bad for the Georgia product. I will try and be very conservative in the off-season. I don't really want to completely go overboard. Yeah, here we go. Field general upgraded, +2 awareness, +2 throw accuracy mid. It was still not a scheme fit. Come on, guys. We brought in Joe Flacco to help us out as a mentor, so that these young quarterbacks could get some more and quicker improvements in training, of course. And here we go. Let's buff the defense as best we can. 16 points. Let's do that straight away. Explosive impact. Boost hit power for the defensive line and linebackers by 1. Boom. There we go. I just want to have a really tough defense, and then when we get the enemy, the opposing offense off the field, and then our offense can try to take over. I think that just has to be the way that we approach all of the games that are left. I will be quickly going over the rosters here, just checking out the setups here. Chestnut. Yeah, Chestnut looks like a decent fullback as well, but I'm going to go with Hassan Haskins there. I've got Hopkins, Burks, Phillips, Rodgers, Westbrook, Kine, and Chris Moore's injured, obviously. I like that route, to be honest. Just want to check out the running back situation, because that might have changed. Now we've got Tyjae Spears, power halfback. All right. Let's go like this. All right, this is a good setup. Slot wide receiver Nick Westbrook, Akine, Kyle Phillips, who's actually better. So let's go like this. And then Amari Rodgers, and that should actually do it. All right, yeah, that should do it. Guys, we are ready. Let's dive into this game against the Miami Dolphins. Let's just see if we can continue the trend. I would really like to pick up another win. Here we go. Sunday night primetime game. And this is it, man. We are back in Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Season stats, 160 rush attempts, 918 rush yards. I need to check that out again next time around. If he's still the leader, or if he was overtaken by someone else. We really weren't that productive in the past games when it came to the running, so that was a little bit of a drag, to be honest. But yeah, let's go here. We're gonna come on in the away uniforms, of course. The Dolphins in the super nice home uniforms. I really like those and really enjoyed the franchise series. There we go. Derrick Henry hyping up the offense. And Mike McDaniels, of course, with the cool cap. Talia. Still dropping back. Tua Tagovailoa, of course. And here, everybody's going crazy onto the field now. And here we go. Let's kick things off. Let's get started. We are first on the ball, of course. Will Levis will be starting as the quarterback now for the Tennessee Titans. Here comes the setup. The defensive line. Truly, truly scary prospect. Right, game day factor players run slightly faster. Okay. We only have one X factor on the field currently. So let's go. Here's a snap. That could have been a very quick pick here by number 15, Jaelyn Phillips, immediately making himself known. Alright, so that did not work out. Let's try an inside zone run here. Let's get Derrick Henry running. I fear he'll run into a brick wall here, but we're just gonna try and do our best. Oh, there we go. Oof. Did you see the mobility sort of just jumping towards the right hand side? That was nice. That was really nice. Well done job. Let's go the Y curl here. Setting this one up. DeAndre Hopkins would be my preferred choice. Okonkwo also a possibility. There we go. DeAndre Hopkins shedding a tackle. Getting pushed back here though. But Will Levis. 1 for 2 and 5 yards. The gain here. A halfback ISO next. I do want to get Henry involved as much as I can. He is my best player on offense at the moment. And we get 9 yards. 83 last week. Jesus, what's going on here? Bradley Chubb and Derrick Henry immediately facing off and doing some weird mating dance there. So, left hand side. All the wide receivers are going to be used as decoys, and we get some space here. Ticking down, of course, by number 26. That is, I actually don't know who that is. Well, doesn't show us his back, so we're never going to find out. Of course, just going to keep on pushing here. Derrick Henry, can we get in another 10-yard rush? Pushing forward. 55 coming from behind. The slam into the back. And I think you can already see what I meant before. This is just a very solid group of defensive players that just really weather the contact. Let's go here. Ooh, Tyjae Spears. We lose a yard. We lose a yard here against this very quick attack. Drive wheel. Let's go with this one here. Treylon Burks. Maybe Okonkwo. A little bit hesitant to go for too many pass plays here. And there we go. Pushing forward, 1st and 10. 12 yards for Levis on the day. And again, a lot of emotions out there. This is Emmanuel Ogba. Facing off. Here we go. Next up. Haskins already lining up as a fullback, really as a nominal fullback. Oh, this is Henry. Did you see him push back number 91? Guess that was because he was mouthing off before. Emmanuel Ogba. Getting Derrick Henry's anger onto himself. We're going to get another play underway in the first half. In the first quarter. Boom, there we go. Push forward number 55 helping out here. And the offensive line is truly offensive. No real power at the moment. No real strength in the run blocking. Passing, it works a little bit better, but only because we get the players out of the way extremely quickly. And that was actually beautiful. Treylon Burks getting the ball way back at the 4-yard line. And now is where the real problems start. The last times around, we really had issues just getting past the these short yardages into the end zone. So I'm going to try something like this, which is slight of an off-shoulder run here, and Henry gets in there, gets pushed over by number 55, Jerome Baker. Just want to say hi, you know. But I felt like that was a good choice, going around the players here, going around that, bunching up in the middle, just looking for the space. And in the end, he actually had a boost. That was nice. And Levis, super happy here. Come on defense. All right, we limit them to a field goal, which is probably one of the best case scenarios against a very, very good offense as well. If we can get a field goal completed, oh, yeesh, I thought there was going to be some help coming, but nothing happened. Levis asking his players to be more focused. An inside zone split, Derrick Henry, left-hand side. Do we get this one going? I think we can. There's a big split here. Well, we almost broke through. Number 26, that's Julian Love, by the way, from the Giants. And this is Jalen Ramsey, number 5, who is really not to be taken lightly in that backfield. So what do we do? I think we're going to go with the dagger setup now. Let's try this. And that's the 2-minute warning. Try to get the play underway. Didn't play out that way. Oh man, this feels like home. Do you have that feeling as well when you play a franchise? What was your longest franchise? Just drop it down in the comments. Which franchise series was your longest one that you played? Ooh, Jelani Tavai. That's to help up Treylon Burks, but he says, hell no. DeAndre Hopkins, left-hand side to the right. Basically the same play, just from the other side. And Levis, well done. Ooh, I thought I could get around there, but we drag momentum our way. That is fantastic. Let's go to slip screen. Tyjae Spears. I would like to reveal his dev trait in time. There we go. Tyjae Spears, a very quick runner. Pushed out of bounds here. This is exactly what I wanted to achieve. Stop that clock. Let's get some verticals again. As you can probably deduce here, I like these short routes, especially if I've got a QB that is a little bit unexperienced. So I need to get them the confidence that they can pull this off. Mesh spot. Kyle Phillips is going to be the number 1 receiver. I will be looking for Hopkins though. Burks also an option here. Oh dear. Oh, that was close. That was extremely close. Jerome Baker. Luckily not grabbing that one. Okay, let's do something different. Let's go with an inside zone split. Quick reshuffle. Shuffle, shuffle. Right hand side run. 36 seconds. We're at the 26-yard line. Tyjae Spears, well done, my man. I'm going to call a timeout now. 31 seconds on the clock at the 17-yard line. So what do we do? What do we do here? Tight end angle, Chigozimo Okonkwo. The left-hand side run. Phillips. Gonna go left. See if he can do what I want him to do. Oh, and he cannot. Number 4, Kato with the quick stop here. 26 seconds at the 17. And it's going to be Burks going left. That is my main route player. There we go. Oof. Pushing forward. Timeout number 2. We are at the 6-yard line. 20 seconds to go. So let's see. Do we get something like a Z spot going? I mean, there is an opposing player there. Do we have something super smart? If I drag 85 to the left, then that means that that position is not going to be blocked. I don't want that. Let's try the inside zone split. Come on, Derrick. There we go. And he just basically takes the defender inside. Well done, Derrick Henry. And he just stands there, taken in the moment, smelling the roses. And that is second touchdown of the day. Well done, Derrick. Really feels like we did a good job on re-signing him on a longer-term deal. There you go. Will Levis and the arrow. So come on, defense. And defense holds them. That is gigantic, guys. I don't know what they had for breakfast, but stopping this is a very, very good job right there. Ooh. Almost picked here by Javon Holland. The play was good. Play was good, but something sort of messed that one up. What was that? What was that? We had the runner go over there. Could have stayed in the pocket a little bit longer. Kyle Phillips didn't really get there on time. And again, I keep pressing the wrong button. So there we go. Halfback ISO. 10 and second and 10. After we don't connect, let's try and pick up a few yards here. Wow, Jaelyn Phillips from behind. And of course Jerome Baker from the front. Brutal combination right there. We've got Whyle and Burks going left and right. Okonkwo going straight. Oh man, I love my tight ends. All of those are so good. So good. Josh Whyle and Ezeki. Fantastic jobs right there. 2 minutes 35. We're at the 45, 14 and 3. And that is going to be stopped, that run. Don't think we'll get that. Let's go the bench switch. I want to try and get Kyle Phillips involved a little bit here. Ooh. I mean, it's only a short game, but at least he holds onto the ball, right? Inside zone, left-hand side, 2nd and 7. Derrick Henry, the factor activated, increased chance to break the first tackle attempt. So there we go. Oh, that was beautiful. And there we go. There we go. It's Javon Holland trying to catch up, Javon Tyjae. But Derrick Henry with the 3rd touchdown today. 3 touchdowns. What a great job, my man. Really getting away from everybody there. Simply a foot race, but nobody can catch up. Levis has fun at the moment. Really, really good. Really good. All right, 21 and 10. Let's go with an ISO. We currently have the momentum activated. Away team can hot route faster. Oh, that's just nice. The straight runs, for some reason, I don't know, sometimes don't really work as well. That's Bradley Chubb. Very tough opposition though. So they went up to 10 points, which is they basically got a touchdown. We're in the 4th quarter. 3 minutes played. I keep getting told you need to work the clock, man. But here we go. X Factor activated. And again, Derrick Henry just having a field day today. 151 yards. What a great day. What a great day. We're 11 points ahead. And I think for the 2-minute drill, I will be making some changes on the team. Maybe get some, there we go. Maybe get some snaps into Malik Willis as well. Rest up Derrick Henry, something like that. Let's go left. Let's go left. Here we go. And we're in. Jesus, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I think it is the improvements, but it also is that I am definitely risking less. I'm definitely risking less. I'm not really in the mood to go for long throws anymore. That was a big problem. I just tried doing that too much, I think. That basically came back to bite me. So here we go. Let's get Julius Chestnut a few runs. Tyjae Spears needs those snaps. Sam Haskins, all right. DeAndre Hopkins. Let's get Phillips up here. Let's get Rodgers up here. Let's get Ikine here. This should not really come off as being pretentious. This is just, I want to just rest up a few players and don't really see the benefit at the moment at risking injuries when we are this far up. Okay, so Jamarco Jones will play here, and this is going to be John Ojukwu because we still are missing our starting right tackle. Jeffrey Simmons here. Let's put Rashad Weaver in there. Tier Tart, Jaden Peavy, Tyler Sheldon. Let's get you some snaps. There we go. Arden Key, Rashad Weaver currently is playing another position, so that doesn't work. Could we use someone else, maybe? Could we go for... let's give Chance Campbell a go here. Let's see, Al-Shaair. Yeah, let's just leave you two there. Landry, I'm gonna give you some reps. Christian Fulton, let's put McCreary up there. And as you can see, I'm just really resting these starters. I just want to give those backup players a sniff of what it's like in there as well. We're still gonna be going for reasonable plays. We still want to get some gains done here. 15 points. Oh, it's gonna be short. Oh well, let's just go with this one here. Derrick Henry, quick run. It's gonna be shedding that first tackle, but he's dragged down 177 yards, 4 touchdowns. That is a freaking Hall of Fame performance right there. Absolutely nasty performance. All right, dagger time. Let's go. Just Whyle. Here we go. Very nice. Dragged down by number 26 though. Holding on, that's love. But there's no chance against the big tight end. There we go. Which play is going to be good? We've got 16 seconds. Again, not a lot of time. Let's bring up the play action spot. Ezekiel. And here goes Malik Willis. Here goes Malik Willis. Shoved out of bounds by number 2, Bradley Chubb here. Picking up 7 yards. This is actually looking quite fun. Let's go with the read option. And of course, we're going to go with a big psych. And we're going to go with the verticals. Josh Whyle. Let's get you over there. Poor accuracy. And swatted away. Felt like that could work. Zone fake jet. 29 seconds to go. The incomplete pass, of course. Making this one here. Incomplete and stopping the clock. Kyle Phillips, come on my man. Very well done. Completed. Just want to get some reps into these guys. Tyjae Spears, left hand side run. 24 seconds here on the clock. Malik Willis super tired actually. I wonder why. Drag down. And we're gonna call it timeout here. Coach Dreddeus. Do you see that grin? Sending out special teams. Let's get a field goal for Michael Badgley. Say goodbye to Hard Rock Stadium. In good fashion. Levis holding the ball here. Perfect. 30 versus 10 against the Miami Dolphins. And we get another win. We get another win. That was great. What a good game. What a good game today. Coach Dreddeus is applauding. Fully understandable. Coach Mike McDaniel's unhappy. Because he had the better team. 31 versus 10. Now, let me put it differently. He had the better individuals. But we had the better team. Sunday night primetime is over. Will Levis 89.3. Again, he didn't have that many yards today, only 93, 71 completion rate. Tagovailoa Tua 91-62, and of the 11-66 for Malik Willis. No touchdowns on the passing side. We just had a field day when rushing. Derrick Henry really was extremely good. 11 yards on average. Jesus freaking Christ. 4 touchdowns, 6 broken tackles. Fantastic stuff right there. In terms of yardage, Treylon Burks was the leader, 53, then Jaelyn Waddle, Irv Smith, Josh Whyle, Tyreek Hill. Yeah, they just didn't really manage to utilize what they were trying to do. Kyle Phillips here with 1 ball drop, which is actually not bad. When you look at the previous games, solo tackles. Aziz Al-Shaair, Sean Murphy Bunting, who's the total tackle leader, Jerome Baker. Yeah, it was just very good. 2 sacks by Jeffrey Simmons. Wow, what a beast, man. 0 interceptions, so really, really very clean game all around. Well, if that wasn't a successful day, I don't know how you would define that. 31 versus 10 against a really very, very good team. 85, 87, 85 overall. I don't know why they are 4-9. Looking at today's performance, that was really a little bit subpar. I think they could and should have done way, way better. League-wise, who's the leader? Ooh, this is close. Josh Jacobs, 10.99. Derrick Henry, 10.95. McCaffrey coming along, 10.30. So we need to get Derrick Henry up there again. Passing leaders, of course, Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, Pat Mahomes, Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, Justin Jefferson. All right. Sack leaders. Oh, Jeffrey Simmons is slowly but surely working his way in there. Micah Parsons, Rashawn Gary, Jeffrey Simmons. Interception leaders, yeah, tackle leaders. All right, now, but we're doing fine. We're doing well. Really think this is a good phase in the season at the moment. After we had a rough patch down here, 1 win, 1 loss, and then 3 wins in a row. I'd like to continue that tradition. With a home game against the Texans, we will be wearing the Oilers uniforms there, so do tune in for that one. Then the Seahawks at home, Texans away game, and then the Jags at home. So we might get some payback for that really disappointing loss here against the Jags away in week 11. All right, that's week 14 action done right there. I hope you enjoyed today's game. Hope you like what I'm doing here. If you've got ideas, wishes, comments, whatever, just drop them down below in the comments. If you like what I'm doing, drop me a like. Please subscribe to the channel, just really means a lot to me. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.